What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you see me? It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. We are back. We are back at it again. We got a real topic. They finally gave Grandmaster Troll a real topic. See, I gotta let y'all Negroes know. The Grandmaster Troll is retired from Black YouTube. I have no interest in gender warring. I have no interest in covering these YouTube beats or these YouTube debates. I will only talk about real topics. And today we have a real topic. We're going to react to a couple of videos. A Negro might even get doxed today because we got to dig down further as we talk about the failures of modern black fathers. So shout out to the reject army, the Nif-Nines, the dishwashers, the bedwetters, the defectors of the black world, the fallen soldiers of the masculine mercenaries, the guerrilla pimps, the guerrilla simps, the single mothers out there, but most importantly, witness the power and the might that is the most dangerous troll on YouTube, as John the Analyst comes with a $2 super chat and says, shout out to GMT the legend. But we gotta talk about something today because I still watch the Angry Man from time to time, and last night Angry Man was doing a stream. They were talking about Jordans and whatnot, and unfortunately, Negroes don't quite think when something drastic happens, and they gotta put everything on YouTube, and not everything is meant for YouTube. So during that stream, they were having a panel, and your boy Israel Mills, you guys know him. He's one of Angry Man's real homeboys in real life back in North Carolina. I guess they grew up together and whatnot. Well, your boy is Real Mills. He hopped on the panel. He was hurt. He was distraught. He was crying. He was screaming. And from what I was able to gather, from what I heard, I wasn't able to record it. I wasn't able to download the stream because Angry Man took down the stream. But Israel Mills, he got on the stream, crying and screaming that his daughter was left in an alley, and I guess she was attacked. She was attacked, and apparently she was with a group of women. And what I heard Israel Mills say on the stream, that those group of women did not have his daughter's best interest involved. See, we got Big Chico in the building, Cassandra Brown, Real Gamer. We got D's Nuts in the building. We got CD. Hold on, we gotta make you a moderator. You should have been a moderator a long time ago. We're gonna make you a moderator. But he got on the stream. He said his daughter was left beaten, mauled, attacked. She was in best of physical shape, left in an alleyway. So, they were trying to pick and prod to see what was happening. And the only Negro who had some sense on that panel was the Grinch. And the Grinch said, hey, stop the video, take down the stream. This isn't the space for it because this is Black YouTube, and Black YouTube is going to do what Black YouTube does. So that happened, and then somebody did a follow-up stream in the morning. They wanted to, I guess, get some sympathy, some empathy from Black YouTube as to what happened. So we got to react to a couple of things because like I've been saying about these Negroes and the mans, everything I'm saying has came to a fruition. So how exactly did we get here? Where do I want to start exactly? Where in this video do I want to start exactly? As I begin my reaction We gotta talk about how we got here. We gotta talk about modern day black fathers. We gotta talk about the failures and what they're doing wrong, and why the community, why black men and black boys cannot advance. See, they wanna blame the woman. They want to blame the single black woman for everything. They say these single black mothers are the worst mothers. They don't care about their children. They alienate their children from the fathers. They're sneaky, they're conniving, they're this and that. Okay, I believe you. My question to that is, why are you going in raw with these women, ejaculating in them, and putting these women in a position to be mothers of your child? That's the question I ask these Negroes. That's the questions a lot of us have asked these Negroes. We had the Negro Pookie Chicken says, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Live your life, bro. Thank you to that. Thank you to the Negro Pookie Chickens. Let's see if I can get this out so I can follow the chat. Okay, we got Sexy Red TV in the building. We got Eric Bird, $2 from the Super Sexist GMT Chat Mafia. But I always ask these Negroes, if these women are so bad at being mothers, how did they end up the mother of your child? What is it about you that you chose this bitch? Let me say it again. What was it about you that you chose this bitch to be the mother of your children? Because they get on YouTube, they talk about how bad they mother was, how dirty they baby mamas did them. Half the time, these Negroes be baby daddy number 2, baby daddy number 3. So she did the first baby daddy wrong. What made you think she was going to do you wrong? Why are you Negroes falling in the same trap? See, I'm the Grandmaster Troll. I don't have no kids because I see what's going on. I see the trick bag that's being played on you Negroes. And I refuse to get caught up in that trick bag. So I'm not out here impregnating these women who are going to alienate you from your child and make it damn near impossible for you to raise your daughter or your son. We go back to Israel Mills. He'll tell you. From what I understand, from what I heard, from what I can recall, I could be wrong, but he got kids possibly by a single mother. No, they're doing that co-parenting thing, this, that, and the third. And why Israel Mills is, promoting rap albums in the club with fine jewelry, while he's on all these panels and live streams with Angry Man trying to get YouTube clout. His daughter is in a back alley getting her swooped by the gynocracy. And now we as viewers have to step in and support and give super chats and cash apps to show our prayers and our empathy and sympathy for an Israel Mills. But we gotta talk about Israel Mills. Where were you as a father when your daughter was put in the position where she was getting violated, where she was getting attacked, where she was left vulnerable, where she was left for dead in an alley? Where were you? Where was your mother Where was the intact family that's supposed to protect their own, as they say? You see, I watch the news and I see what's going on. I see these young savages, most of the times young black males. They out here hitting people over the head, robbing folks. And we're supposed to feel sorry for the victims. We're supposed to empathize and sympathize for the victims. But why isn't the family protecting their loved ones? Why are these victims in a position where young savages are able to violate them? I watched this news clip. This father, day of his son's birthday, he went to go get a pizza for the family. Now, go get the pizza. It's supposed to be, you go to the pizza parlor, you order your pizza, you go in, you pay, you go home, you enjoy the pizza with your family. This father goes to the pizza parlor and he don't make it back to his family. He go to the pizza parlor. He start arguing with some Negroes. Next thing you know, shots get let off, and now somebody ain't making it home to their family. People is in these rough neighborhoods making deliveries, in these rough neighborhoods visiting friends and family. You in the wrong side of town. You are in a neighborhood that's nothing but single mother raised children, and you walking down the street like everything is sweet. We got all these precautions to protect you Negroes, and y'all Negroes is out there like these savages ain't hungry. Like these savages been raised in perfect families. You go to the pizza parlor in the hood instead of ordering DoorDash. You ain't gotta leave your family to go to the hood to pick up a pizza. It ain't worth it. You in the hood at the gas station at night trying to fill up your car in the hood. Next thing you know, some young savages run up on you with the 9 and they get to shooting. But I gotta get back. We got John Allen says, Reg is mad. Snow don't want him no more. Keep your head up. Okay, looks like we got Gabe, Biz, Mella, James Keels in the building. We got 80 people watching. But back to Israel Mills. Where were you when your daughter was in that vulnerable position? So what ended up happening, and it always happens. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Make sure I got the right slide on there. There we go. There we go. So this is the stream that this happened on right here. We're gonna react to this bullshit stream real quick. Because what I find interesting, what I find very ironic about this stream is somebody's daughter gets viciously attacked or left for dead in an alleyway. Somehow we gotta blame black single mothers. And then we gotta talk about our own family, and within our own family, our own sons and daughters, we still gotta blame the black single mother. Today, we gonna stop blaming the black single mother because you chose that bitch. That's right. You chose that bitch. This is what we meant by choose better. If you're constantly choosing women who aren't good mothers, and then you get the outcome that you get. You don't get to come on YouTube and talk about how bad black single mothers are. You see, when you Negroes create these single mothers, before you take them on that first date and you pay $200 for that steak dinner, because I know you Negroes are still paying $200 for steak dinners. Don't get on YouTube and act like you're not paying for steak dinners no more. You pay $200 for that steak dinner. You see them nice titties. You see that round ass. You see that pretty face. And you want to see what that pussy is like. Then you start talking about how it's gonna be in a relationship, this, that, and the third. You don't even ask that bitch. You don't even ask that bitch what kind of mother is she gonna be. If we have a son or daughter, how are we gonna raise him? Hell, when you take that bitch out on a date, you know that bitch is a single mother. You won't even ask about the baby. Daddy won't ask about how that child is being raised. What's the plan for that child? You won't even see that child being raised all kind of fucked up ways. But you will still fuck that bitch. Raw dog that bitch. Come inside that bitch. Have a kid with that bitch. And your dumb ass can't figure out why you on child support and you can't be a part of that child's life. And she done already did that to another Negro. Now you on YouTube in the black manosphere. I hate black single mothers club trying to figure out where you went wrong. But this is why the Grandmaster Troll is here. This is why Uncle Grandmaster Troll is here. Because I'm going to give you Negroes some game. I'm gonna give you Negroes some game, because it took y'all Negroes to about 2017, 2018 to stop messing with single mothers. you Negroes thought that if you don't mess with a single mother, all your problems would go away in this relationship. But what a lot of you Negroes found out, what a lot of you Negroes found out is a lot of these women who don't have kids, when you start having kids with them, all of a sudden that bitch turns into a single mother. John the Analyst says, tell your roommates to keep it down. They're in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen eating dinner. Real Gamer says, appreciate this real and raw content, GMT. Good to see you back. We gotta talk about how y'all niggas do wrong. How y'all can't choose better. By choose better means choose a better woman, vet said woman, ask her to tough questions. If you get married, doesn't have to be binding by a state. You can have one of them fake marriages and not have a real marriage license. Have that bitch live in with you for a couple of years. As my light done came out, let's see if I got another battery. Let's see if I got another battery somewhere. Should have another battery. There we go. We got some more super chats I can read. We got Gabe Ace says, yeah, dudes don't really family plan. They just trying to get their reproduction on. We got the Grinch. We got the Grinch. Don't delete the Grinch. Don't delete the Grinch. He says we got you. Get off YouTube. Now the Grinch is mad because I'm going after his home because I'm about to expose him and his homeboy. I'm about to expose the angry man. Then I'm going to expose Israel Mills, and we may end up doxing your boy Israel Mills. In fact, we are gonna dox your boy because I done renew my subscription at kidslivsafe.com. We got a couple more days. I haven't canceled my membership yet. Hold on. And if I go over to my browser window right here, the Grinch, if I go on Facebook, I got Israel Mills and I got a full government name right here. So we are going to dox your boy. Grinch, and I know you're not going to like it. I know you want me to take it easy on because his daughter is in the hospital fighting for her life, and we all need to show some understanding. No. What we gonna do, the Grinch, we gonna have a real conversation. We gonna look at how you modern black fathers serve up your sons and daughters to be slaughtered by the gynocracy, and by blaming that black bitch. Ain't a good excuse for what y'all do to y'all children. We gonna break it all the way the fuck down today, but we gotta talk about what's going on in these streets. And let's just go ahead and get to the reaction. What did your boy Angry Man say after Israel Mills had his daughter almost get deleted? Which one? Make myself a little bit more bigger. And we gonna go ahead and react. Let's go ahead and react. Let me see if I can find my headphones. Where did I put my headphones? Oh, that's where I put my headphones. I put them right up here. We gonna go ahead and react to this nonsense right here. And don't try and put it on private now, Angry Man. I done already downloaded it. Cause I know how y'all Negroes like to move. But let's go ahead and react to what was said in this live stream.
You have any earthly idea how messed up it is to be prohibited from playing that role? And see, this is why it's so fucking annoying, because you have people that come to the internet and they say, well, this person should have did this and this person should have did that. Yo, we live in a time,
and by this person should have did this, and by this person should have did that. What we saying is the black father should have chose a better mother for his child. I remember one time I was dating this black single mother, In fact, this black single mother, she's been on this YouTube channel. I was dating this black single mother. Second or third day, I go to pick her up from her house. I get there about 11 a.m. in the morning to see what that pussy is like. I get there at 11 a.m. I call her to let her know I'm outside. I'm sitting in my car, expecting her to come in the car. The door opened up, and a 12-year-old child sits in the back seat of my car. 12-year-old get in the back seat of my car talking about, my mama said, can you take me to go to 7-Eleven so you can buy me a Lunchable so I can have lunch at school. It was at that moment I knew I can't raw dog and nut inside that bitch. Because if she's allowing Negroes who she barely even know and allowing her 12-year-old daughter to get in the backseat of a stranger to go down the street to go get a Lunchable to go to school when she should have already been at school at 8 o'clock in the morning, I know that this woman isn't going to be a good mother. And if I have a child with this mother, just like the first baby daddy, my child, when he or she is 12 years old, there's going to be another random Negro that she's dating that's trying to get a piece of ass. He gonna have that nigga driving my child to the 7-Eleven to go buy a Lunchable for lunch. So I pick up my phone, I call her, I said, is this your daughter in the backseat of my car? Because I have no idea what her daughter looked like, what her name was. This could have been any child getting in the back of my car. She called and said, yeah, can you take my daughter to go to 7-Eleven and buy her a Lunchable? Then we're going to drop her off at school, and then we're going to do what me and you going to do. So my dumb ass, I said, I drove up to 7-Eleven. She done bought 2 Lunchables, the pizza Lunchable and the cracker Lunchable. We got back in the car. We drove back to her house. Her mother got ready. She done put the clothes and the makeup on. She ready to go. We drive her to the school at 11:30. We drop her off, even though the school started at 8 o'clock. I then asked her, why didn't you take your daughter to school at 8 o'clock? Why is your daughter 3 and 4 hours late for school? You know what this bitch told me? This bitch told me her car broke down and she didn't have a way to get her daughter to school. I said, oh, really? You mean you couldn't walk your daughter to school to make sure she gets the proper education and her attendance is good at school so she could move on to the next grade level? She said, well, I'm just going through so much right now. I didn't feel like walking my daughter to school so she could get an education. I said, I definitely can't go raw in you. I definitely cannot go raw in you, because you're going to have my son or daughter missing all kinds of school days, being all kinds of late, because you too lazy to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to take your own daughter to to school so she could get the best education. So I already know what she's gonna do to my daughter. So we done dropped her off at school and had fun. The reason why I didn't marry or have kids with that bitch is because that bitch is a terrible mother. And there's no amount of guidance, no amount of fathering that's gonna fix that situation. And until this day, she don't do right by her daughter. And now her daughter is gonna get fed to the gynocracy, and we can only hope for the best. But brothers got to learn how to choose better. This is what we mean by he shouldn't have did this, he shouldn't have done that, he should have never went raw dog in that woman. But let's get back to our reaction.
Where if the mother of your children don't want you around that child, she has every tool at her disposal to keep you away from that child, even if you're paying, even if you're financially supporting that fucking child. And what's annoying to me is how disingenuous these people are that get on the fucking internet and they act like the men have any control over that shit. They act like the
You do have control. Your control starts with putting on a condom. That's where your control starts. Your control starts with putting some responsibilities and accountability on that bitch. This is how you put responsibilities and accountability on that bitch. So you see a nice honey you like who you thinking about marrying and starting a family with. Okay, I grant you all that. You gotta vet that bitch. This is how you vet that bitch. You get in a relationship. Let's say y'all want to live in the same house because you don't want to pay rent at two different spots and you want to merge your money together. Put that bitch on a financial plan. Because the family is going to need, 401k, college funds, investments. You want to save up to buy a house. So you're going to put a financial plan that both of you are going to follow. If she doesn't want to follow said financial plan, you know what you do? You cancel that bitch. Because a lot of you Negroes, you get in these relationships, you start cohabitating, then next thing you know, you're going in raw, you're having kids, and you don't even have the money to take care of the family, and your dumb ass is trying to figure out why she going down to the welfare office and taking out TANF and getting all kind of government benefits, and while you owe thousands of dollars in back child support. Ain't that what happened to you, angry man? You got the girl pregnant. You was in a situation where you or your wife was able to provide for her family. She goes down to the TANF office. She gets government welfare. You owe thousands of dollars back child support. You got all these warrants. They suspend your driver's license, and now you out here trying to go from job to job with suspended driver's license with warrants, and police is behind you pulling you over. And you trying to figure out why your life is so difficult. You should have put that woman on a financial plan, and when she didn't want to do the financial plans because she black and independent and she could do bad all by herself and she don't need a man and this, that, third, you cancel that bitch. Oh, but you think it stops at a financial plan? Oh no, it don't stop at a financial plan. After you done move in and you on the financial plan and things looking good, it's still not time to get her pregnant, because you still gotta vet that bitch. You see, when you live with somebody, she gets to know what your likes and what your dislikes. She knows what your prized possessions are. Put that bitch in control of one of your prized possessions. Or pretend like you have a possession that you are prideful of, and put her responsible for it. And then have an argument about something and see if she tries to take away, hold hostage, break, destroy, or one of your pride possessions. One of pride possessions that men have of cars, you know. Some of y'all drive Chargers, some of y'all drive Mustangs, some of y'all Negroes rent and lease Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Some of y'all got Corvettes, some of y'all got Mercedes, some of y'all got BMWs. Whatever your car is, if you get in an argument and that bitch breaks your window, key your car, slash your tires, somebody knocking on my door. Give me 1 second. We're back. That's the problem, living with roommates. So, where was I? That's right. Give that woman one of your prized possessions, a car, whatnot. If she bust out the windows key or slash your tires, she is telling you when you have a kid by her, she's gonna do everything to destroy that kid and take said kid away from you. So you know what you need to do? You need to cancel that bitch. But I know it's hard. I know it's some are trying to answer. Some of y'all got BMWs that that Leaky says your roommates want you to watch the baby for a minute. Somebody said it's a fake Grinch profile, the angry man. Oh, we definitely got to talk about the angry man standard. We definitely got to talk about the angry man standard. But that's the second test you gotta do. You gotta put that woman in charge of a prized possession and see if she can guard said prized possession with her life. If she can't defend that prized possession with her life, she won't do right by them kids. She will hold them kids hostage and dangle it over your head. Like how a handler puts a carrot on a stick and puts it in front of the horse, and when the horse tries and bite it, he pulls it away. That's what that woman is gonna do to you. But some of y'all Negroes, you don't even put that bitch in any sort of test. See a nice pair of titties. You see some coochie with some hair on it. You see some good lips. You see a sexy tongue, a nice round ass. Next thing you know, you got 3 or 4, 5 different babies. You on child support. You can't see your sons and your dollars. You're being called a deadbeat father. You going to court. You getting ran through at the court. And you trying to figure out where you went wrong. Well, you went wrong when you chose the wrong bitch. Stop choosing the wrong bitch. Let's get back to this. Because we got a whole lot to talk about right here. We got a whole lot to talk about right here.
Men have any say-so over any of that shit. Especially black fathers. Like, we ain't stupid. We know the society we live in. We know the structure we live under.
If you know the society and the structure, why are y'all Negroes got 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas? Why are y'all Negroes on child support? Why are y'all Negroes having the problems that you are having if you know the structure?
My grandmother was alive during Jim Crow. My father was alive during Jim Crow. We know this structure. We know we have a structure that is more than happy to give these silly B-dubs every tool they need to prohibit and inhibit a father from playing a role in their child's life because they know the damage it causes. And these mothers are too damn silly to understand. It's bigger than you and your fucking petty ass feelings. Once you have a child, your feelings don't matter no more.
Is that what you thought, angry man? Angry man. Angry man. You can't be that green. Just because you think if a woman has a child, her feelings don't matter no more? Is that what you thought, angry man? Did you see what happened to your boy Tyrese? Didn't your boy Tyrese get hit with $500 million? Didn't your boy get hit up with $500 million in that divorce settlement? And then he got on Instagram Live talking about, I was doing everything right. No, she was happy, this, that, and the third. She said she had no problems with the marriage. One day he was filming a movie. I think one of the Fast and Furious movies. And while he was out filming the movie, he got served with some divorce papers talking about irreconcilable differences. She wasn't happy no more. Now he on Instagram Live talking about how unfair the court is, this and then the third. He getting railroaded and how he getting hit up for $500 million. Tyrese, you chose that bitch. What are you mad at? That's what she's supposed to do. That was the plan from the start. Find a rich, simp Negro like you. Put enough time in that marriage, and when it's time to cash out, she gonna run to that courtroom. Talk about some irreconcilable difference and how abusive you were. We're not talking about physical abuse. Mental abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, things they could pull out their ass and tell a judge. Play a little crocodile tears and say why she needs $500,000 of your money to fund her lifestyle. But y'all Negroes fall for that same trap over and over and over again. When will you Negroes learn? Stop choosing that bitch. Because there's a 70% chance she's going to file for divorce and snake you. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Let's see if we can get back to this real quick.
Ain't about you. You gonna be mad at the father of your children? Wait until the children is grown and out of the house and living their life and they fine. Now be mad.
Look at you. You're over there mad because now you reminiscing about how you got raked over the coals, how you were alienated and unable to be a father to your 3 sons. Angry man, I know it hurt, but at the end of the day, you chose that woman to have kids with.
I can't tell you how much shit, like, one of my sons.
Oh, let's go. Now you gonna talk about your sons. You gonna talk about your family. You gonna talk about what you went through. Angry man. Hold on, angry man. Hold on, angry man. Hold on, angry man. If you gonna talk about what you went through, the decisions you made, and the family that you tried to build, you better come correct, because GMT, I done already pulled the documents. I already showed where you came up short. I already showed how you didn't plan, how you didn't do this, how you didn't do that, and how you end up getting the outcome that you got. Are you sure you want to talk about your sons? Because Israel Mills' daughter almost got deleted. Is this the path you want to go down? Is this the hill you want to die on? Because Grandmaster Troll, I'm going to slice and dice, I'm going to dissect everything you say, and it's gonna point to how you, and not that black single mother that you chose to have 3 sons with. Are you sure you want to go down this path? I don't think you want to go down this path. You better think carefully what you say before you open your mouth about your family, because the repercussions are going to be strong. I got the chat mafia behind me. I got black YouTube behind me, and shit could get real messy if you say the wrong things. So go ahead, angry man. Go ahead and say the wrong things.
Lives with me.
Let's back it up.
I can't tell you how much shit, like, one of my sons lives with me. One of my sons lives with me. My youngest son still lives with his mother. He's about to graduate high school. My oldest son last year decided he wanted to go back and live with his mother, and he's already graduated high school. He's grown or whatever. I would prefer him being down here going to school for tech, but he decided he wants to be his own man, and I'm not gonna stand in his way.
Oh, oh no, angry man. You mean you got 2 sons caught up in the gynocracy? You got 2 sons living with a single mother? And the whole thing about it, angry man, when your ex-wife, when your baby moms, when we found your baby moms on Facebook, what did we find, angry man? We saw that your baby moms was dating another Negro. They was taking selfies, they look happy, but this is the position you put your sons in. Instead of seeing their mother and their father together in a happy relationship, you show them a dysfunctional relationship, and now she's with the mother, and we already know what the mother is doing. But go ahead and break down to us what happened with your sons, angry man. This is gonna be a doozy. John the Analysis Chat Mafia. We're gonna talk about it today.
I'm gonna let him slip and fall and all of that bullshit, right?
Oh, you gonna let your son slip and fall? Why you? This is the problem with the modern black father. This is the number one problem with the modern black father and the modern BMs. And it's a question that one Cynthia G always asks. Cynthia G gets on YouTube and she asks day in and day out, what have these niggers built? The reason why she's asking you Negroes, what have you built? Because when you have sons and they graduate high school and they need to step into a career, they need to step into a job, they gotta find money to provide for themselves. The modern black fathers in their lifetime don't have anything for them. They gotta go through a white institution. They gotta sit down and get interviewed by a white man. A white man is gonna dictate to them what position they get, how much they get paid, when and how long they gonna come to work, and what they benefit package is gonna look like. And if we let these woke Negroes speak to what's happening in the workforce, the BMs are left at the bottom. So your son sees that the men around him, grandfather, uncle, father, other uncle, nephew, cousins, they don't have no businesses. that they could step into, be mentored, and step in and make some money that will be enough to sustain them and or sustain a functional family. So what do these BMs do when they see that the father didn't have nothing for? Well, they gotta go out in the streets and they gotta get it the best way they know how. Some of them gotta play sports, basketball, football. Some get lucky, some gotta rap, some get lucky, but outside of that, it's very hard for these BMs who are being reared in the gynocracy to find their footing. And we see these viral clips day in and day out of these BMs robbing, killing, deleting, and tormenting the communities in which they live in because they can't find a way to get a job that could financially sustain not only themselves but a family that they could lead. So here we are, we got Angry Man's sons graduated high school. Can't go to college because his dad talks shit about college on YouTube. So he gotta find a trade, meaning he's been alive for 18, 20 plus years and he don't already have the basic knowledge because his father ain't teaching him shit. Father ain't taught him how to be an electrician. Father ain't taught him how to work on cars. Father ain't taught him how to work on computers. Father barely taught him how to cut his own head, and that's about it. So when this young black man looks at his options, he realized he don't have any options. So now he got to go back to mama house. And he going back to mama house because he going back to be a son husband because he know his mama gonna take care of him. That's right, Angry Man. Yo, you got two sons who are son husbands because it was time for them to jump off the porch. Isn't that what you said, Angry Man? You say a lot of dudes in the manosphere ain't jumped off the porch. Well, it's time for your sons to jump off the porch and be a man. And what did your sons do? They ran to mama's house. Oh, we gonna talk about it today, real gamer. We gonna talk about it today, American Negro. We are going to talk about the failures of the modern black father. We gonna talk about it.
But just like the conversation I had with his mother, I said, you need to have a talk with your son. She said, about what? I said, about the fact that he's fucking up.
Stop the show. Stop the show. I know you're not talking like this, Angry Man. I know you didn't get on YouTube with the Grandmaster Troll talking. I know you didn't get on YouTube and tell millions of strangers that your son is fucking up. Your son is fucking up. I remember I did a stream a couple of years ago how your son is he gonna be a fucker. That's basically what I said. You know, he don't have the tools, nobody teaching them shit. He gonna be a fucker. A lot of manosphere Negroes came at your door for, oh, don't talk about his son. Even Sandy Pooh got him on the live stream. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about his son like that. Now we sit here 2023 post-COVID after inflation. Angry Man wants to tell his baby mama to have a talk with his son about how his son fucking up. When we could have addressed the issue back in 2018 and put his son on the proper path, 5 years later, we gotta talk about how Angry Man's son is fucking up. We got Mr. DJ Music Salute. I was just having this convo. John Allen says GMT. Wow, I mean, we had this conversation. A lot of y'all was here. I did the miseducation of the Negro, and I broke down how him and his sons. I showed the video of him and his sons with the Angry Man on Father's Day while Angry Man was live streaming, driving a car, and he was beefing and cursing out Obsidian Media Network instead of teaching his sons something that could benefit them for the rest of his life. He got on YouTube to beef with Obsidian. We talked about this day in and day out. People said GMT was wrong. GMT was crazy. GMT had no idea. But here we are, 2023, and what did your man say about his son? What did your man say about his son?
You need to have a talk with your son. He said about what? I said about the fact that he's fucking up.
The Angry Man's son is fucking up.
Instead of him trying to fucking do whatever he's trying to do, what his ass should be doing is he should be here following the plan that I laid out for him so that he will be straight. But see, mothers of today, they're on some...
You see, hold on, baby. Before we talk about the mothers of today, we gotta talk about what the plan was. We gotta talk about what the plan was and how flawed the plan was. The plan was for his eldest son to go get a barber's license and be a barber. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like it could make money. You know, he could open up his own barbershop. He could travel and cut other celebrities' hair. We even had Jalen Rose. He said, if you're not paying $500 for a haircut to your barber, I don't know what's wrong with you. We had all this stuff. But here's the one problem with the plan of the Angry Man teaching his son how to be a barber and get a barber's license. The problem with that plan, Angry Man, is you was once a barber. And when you were a barber, Angry Man, you were homeless, you was ducking and dodging child support, your license was suspended, you wasn't providing any provisions for your family at that time as a barber. So if you, Angry Man, couldn't provide for yourself and your family as a barber, why the fuck is your son gonna follow down that same fucked up path that you were on, Angry Man, as a barber? Can somebody explain the logic to me? If somebody failed at real estate, went bankrupt in real estate, was homeless, in a fucked up position, how can that person teach his son about real estate and have his son take him seriously when he was a kid, he saw his father not being able to provide for the family he was in charge of? How can your son take you seriously, Angry Man? Somebody make the shit make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. How you gonna teach your son to be a barber? I'm gonna lay a path for you to be a barber. You go in your barber shop. You're gonna have all these barbers up under you. You're gonna do this, that, and the third. When he saw you fail as a barber, you couldn't provide for your family as a barber. You was ducking and dodging child support as a barber. You had his mama in a fucked up position as a barber. What makes you think he gonna want to be a barber? But this is another thing that these modern black fathers do when they put their sons on these so-called plans for success. See, these modern black fathers, they try and dictate exactly what they sons gonna do, what schools they gonna go to, what programs, what field they gonna enter. These modern black fathers don't even have the respect enough to ask their own flesh and blood and say, what do you want to be when you get older, and how do you want to get to where you want to go? See, what these modern black fathers do, the same way that how they try to do these B-dubs on YouTube, is they want the BW to submit to their will, but they also want their sons to submit to their will. And what these modern black fathers have found out, especially 2020, they found out that they mothers ain't submitting to their will, they daughters ain't submitting to their will, and as we about to hear, they sons ain't even submitting to their will. And now they on YouTube talking about why doesn't nobody listen to their fathers. It's because you don't treat the people in your family like human beings. You try and treat them like livestock. You treat them like slaves, and you try to dictate how they're going to live their life. You don't even have the respect enough to ask them, what do you want to be, and how do you want to get there? And now we have this conversation about how your son is fucking up.
I laid out for him so that he will be straight. But see, mothers of today, they're on some let the child do what they want to do type shit. And it's the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
You see, this is the most annoying thing in the world, because Angry Man, he did make a good point. But I want to expand on this point. The mothers allow their children to do whatever they want. And the fathers are so damn strict that the child can't even fulfill his own desires, his own goals. He can't even be his own man. See, there has to be a balance. See, the fathers are so damn strict. The mothers are so damn loosey-goosey. We gotta find a way to come into the middle. See, if you cared, no, I really can't say that. But if you respected the people in your family, you would ask them what they want to be and how they want to get there. Then you let that person lay out their plan, and as you hear their plan, you can say it's a good plan. I wish you well. Or even say that's a good plan, but to make it a better plan, you need to hook up with these people in this industry. I think they'd be able to mentor you and do that and help you get to where you want to get. Is that something you want to do? You got to give people the ability to make their own choice. The reason why you got to give people the ability to make their own choice is because when something goes wrong, they don't blame you. They gotta blame themselves and hold themselves accountable because they made their own choice. So I'm sure his son is sitting over there learning how to be a barber because his daddy was a barber and he didn't want to disappoint his daddy, so he just went along with being a barber. Turns out he don't even want to be a barber. I listen to rap songs that Angry Man's son made. He seems like he wants to be a rapper. So he don't want to be a barber. He can't tell his father he don't want to be a barber. He wants to go a different route. He can't tell his father because his father is the king of shame, blame, and explain. And I'm pretty sure that young man has been getting shame, blamed, and explained to for the first 18 years of his life. And now that he's grown, he tired of being shame, blame, and explain. He want to go down a different path. But let's get back to this video because there was a whole lot more said in this video right here.
Most people don't even understand. A person's brain isn't even fully developed until they're 25 years old. You want to know why Asians do so well? The reason why Asians do so well is because Asian parents have a path for their children laid out. And in Asian culture, it is shameful for a child not to follow the plan of their parents. And that's the reason why they're straight.
Oh, are we 100% sure about that? See, this is what I see from Asian folks where I'm at. Yes, they have a plan for their child. A lot of Asian folks have businesses. If they don't have businesses, they are gainfully employed. Meaning they know where their next meal is going to come from. They ain't got to worry about their lights getting turned off. They're not worried about if they're going to be able to pay rent or not. When you're able to take care of a household from a financial standpoint, now you can execute said plan. What you Negroes like to do is you want to nigger rig shit. You know, you don't have money to pay rent. You know, you trying to trade food stamps for cash. You trying to nickel and dime and scam people. Some of y'all even selling yo pussy for some extra cash because you can't make ends meet, and you wondering why your plan ain't working. This is why your plan isn't working, because you don't have the foundation for said plan to run on. We talked about the Angry Man. Rent was $600 a month. Angry Man claims to have given the rent money to his baby mama. Angry Man's baby mama, for whatever reason, didn't deliver that money to the person, to whoever the landlord was. After 2 months, landlord came to the Angry Man. Hey, y'all ain't paid rent the last 2 months. I gotta evict you. Angry Man looks around. I gave the rent money to my baby mama. He go ask the baby mama, why didn't you give the landlord the rent? Baby mama does. So they end up getting evicted. Now we got a family that's displaced from my house. And if it's not for government entitlement programs, if it isn't for other family, friends, grandpas, mothers, grandmothers, now somebody got to take that family in. But it all started because, Angry Man, you chose that bitch. And that bitch who you gave the rent money to didn't deliver the money to the landlord. But we already knew that that bitch wasn't fit to be a good mother, because before you got in a relationship with that bitch, that bitch had 2 daughters, and she said that the Angry Man could be the father, the biological father of those $2. And when the DNA test went through, it turns out the Angry Man wasn't the father of $2, but Angry Man stepped up to be a good stepdad anyway. But it was clear from day one that that wasn't fit to be a good mother. You should have chose better, Angry Man. And now here we are, 2003. We on YouTube, and we gotta hear about how your son fucking up.
Because the freaking parents know better. But you have no earthly idea, like, so my youngest son was here visiting me last summer. My second oldest had went to visit his mother, right? So when it came time for his mother to bring him back down here and pick up my youngest son, so kind of make a trade, right? So my second oldest was up there visiting, my youngest was down here visiting, and my oldest son was living here. So usually she'll meet me halfway. She'll meet me at the half.
What kind of co-parenting are y'all Negroes doing? They are literally trading kids. They are trading kids. No, I meet you halfway. I meet you here. You know, you give me the oldest, I give you the youngest. You know, I give you 2 boxes of cereal, give me some biscuits. I trade you them 2 biscuits for some fried chicken. I mean, this is what happens when you choose the wrong person. Now you out here co-parenting, you trying to do this, that, and the third. And this is what ends up happening when you choose the wrong bitch.
Halfway point. So I was supposed to meet her halfway to drop off my youngest son and pick up my second oldest son. So all of a sudden, out the blue, my youngest son says, "Hey, mom said you don't got to meet her halfway. She's going to come all the way." Now, I should have instantly realized something wasn't right about that. I should have instantly knew, because she never wants to come all the way. Should have knew something was up. See, this is the type of shit that fathers have to go through. This is the type of goofy shit. I'm not thinking in those terms because I'm not going through no dumb shit. I'm happy. I got peace of mind. And when you have peace of mind, you're not on edge. You're not looking for everything to be conniving and sneaky and shit like that. You're not thinking about that, right? Now keep in mind, just the week before, I'd had a conversation with my oldest son. I'm like, yo, your brother is about to finish barber school. I got him straight. I want you to go to school for tech, blah, blah, blah. I've even set up here and had conversations with Jonathan and other people that are here on YouTube that have careers in tech that make good money, and they've given me recommendations. Yo, you should get them into this, you should get them into that, blah blah blah. Right? I don't.
Stop. Time out. Time out. Stop the show. See, this is what Negroes want to do in the manosphere. After they done spend all day bashing the B-dub, now they want to reach out to the same space where they were bashing the B-dub and talk about how just tech guys, there's guys from this profession, guys from that profession, and how I'm talking into guys in that profession. We got Gabe right here. He's one of the tech guys, and he says, what type of stable environment can you provide children when you made 3 to 5 families? You can't be there the way you need to be there for your kids. But this is what these Negroes do. You know, they point to the Black Brain Trust. They point to Keep It Techy, Gabe A, Hall of Gabe, all these different tech guys. But you will never see these Negroes bring their sons on these platforms in which game is being given and have the expert talk to their sons and come up with a plan to execute to get in said career field. I never seen Angry Man's son on a BGS panel where they were talking about tech, and he had the tech experts. They were breaking down all the different options and what websites to go, where to sign up, and how to get involved, and how to do this, how to learn. I never seen it. I never seen any dude in the manosphere bring his son onto a panel and got tangible information that would help him get a job or career that would facilitate upward mobility in his life. I've never seen it. So I just find it interesting that these Negroes all of a sudden want to point to these tech dudes in the career. They want to point to these tech dudes in the career and how they're giving game to their sons, but their sons never talk to them. The reason why is because they want to dictate what their son wants to do. They don't respect their sons enough to bring them on the panel. Hey, talk to this person, talk to that person. It's the father getting the information from the expert, and then the father transporting said information like a middleman to their son, knowing that some of the information gets lost in translation, and then the son doesn't act on it. As opposed to the son talking to the source, getting the information from the source, and signing up for whatever programs, schools, mentorship classes, whatever it is, right there on site. But now we gotta sit up here and Negro explain and how and pass off the failures of the Angry Man's son. We're gonna absolve him from any blame, and we're gonna put all the blame on his black single mother. This is what we're doing. And we're doing this because Israel's Mill's daughter was left in the alleyway, left for dead. Classic black manosphere, if you ask me.
Look, found a school for him, all of this shit. And I told him, so yo, this is what we gonna do, you know? Brother's finishing school, you about to go to school, blah, 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 right? Week before this. So my youngest son tells me, yeah, mom says she's gonna come all the way down here. Okay, cool. You know, it is what it is, right? My oldest son says, hey, Dad, I'm gonna go up to mom's because I want to visit because they having a birthday party for so-and-so. I'm like, okay, cool, you know? because I'm a laid back father. Like I'm just, it's like, okay, cool. As long as my kids are doing what they're supposed to do, I'm not tripping.
And now, when something is about to happen, when the old switcheroo is about to happen, when your son is about to get delivered to the gynocracy, now all of a sudden these modern black fathers are laid back. They're passive now. Your son is planning to be a son husband. He's telling his mom to come all the way because he going to pack up all his shit. He going to load it up in the car and he chucking the deuces. See you when I see you. I'm going to the VA to be a son husband. Deuces. All of a sudden, the modern black father is laid back, hands off. I find that interesting. But let's see what happens next. Cause it gets worse. It gets worse. Believe me, it gets worse.
About nothing, right? Now, I'm not really an early riser.
You not an early. You're not an early riser. Hold on, angry man. So you could do AM in the AM. You could stream all night into early morning. You could start streams early in the morning to collect super chats and cash apps. But when your son is about to move out, you're not an early person no more. See, these Negroes care more about YouTube, more about collecting super chats, cash apps, and memberships than they do about their own son. We just gotta call a spade a spade. The angry man cares more about YouTube and YouTube clout and subscribers and getting the respect of random niggas on the internet than he do his own son. How do we know? He'll get up for AM and the AM, but when the son's about to make a move, now all of a sudden he's not really a morning person.
I have been lately, but traditionally, I don't get up early in the morning, and my kid's mother knows that, right? So she was supposed to come and drop them off and make exchange all of that evening. For some reason, she came early that morning.
yeah. Because she done sat up there with her son husband and said, baby, what I'm going to do, because I know your father, he going to fight tooth and nail to make sure I don't take you so you can't come to my house and get some of that mama's cooking. But we going to do, I'm going to get there first thing in the morning, pack your bags and stuff, and while your dad is asleep or he streaming AM and the AM, we're just gonna load all your stuff in the car. We're gonna chuck the deuces and you gonna come live with me. That's it. That's exactly what's fixing to happen.
And I just happened to be up. But again, I didn't think anything about it.
So this time you up, but you still sleeping on the job.
They leave. She drops off my second oldest. She picks up my oldest son and my youngest son. They leave or whatever, right? So after about a week, I ain't heard nothing from my oldest. So I'm like, I say to my son, I said, you talk to your brother? He's like, nah, I haven't talked to him. I was like, well, let me call him and see what's going on. And then my second oldest said, oh, well, he left his phone. Why would he leave his phone? So I call my youngest son because all of them have phones that I bought, that I paid a bill on. So all three of them, I paid a bill for all of their phones, right?
See, and this is another thing that these modern black fathers and these modern BMs do. I'm sure you ladies, you guys can attest to this. You know, you meet one of these modern black dudes, you know, they buy you a cell phone, they pay your cell phone bill, but then they act like that cell phone that you using is their cell phone. If you don't do what they say, they're gonna take away said cell phone. So his son, he said, you know what? I got this cell phone right here. I know I'm not paying for it. I know I'm checking up the dudes. I know I'm about to become a son husband. I know my father's gonna be mad at me. He gonna try to hold something over my head. He said, you know what? Instead of bringing this cell phone with me, I'm just gonna leave it at the crib. Maybe my mama will get me a cell phone, or I just get a job and get my own cell phone, or maybe I don't even need a cell. Maybe I can borrow somebody else's cell phone and just Wi-Fi call and use apps and stay in contact that way. Because he wants to be his own man. He's tired of his father ruling over him.
He leaves his phone, the one that I'm paying the bill on. So I'm like, what? So I call my youngest son and I'm like, yo, where's your brother at? So he goes and he gets his brother, right? And this Negro gets on the phone and comes with this long drawn out story about how he don't want to be down here because he said I'm being a drill sergeant, which is what I took as I'm putting too much pressure on him.
But too much. Come on, angry man. We know what you're doing. You trying to rule over him since he living in your house. You gotta do exactly what you want him to do when you tell him to do it at the exact moment he tell him what to do. You don't care about his feelings. You don't care about his happiness. All you care is if your son follow your directions, and he's tired of that shit, so he chucking the deuces. Point blank serious, he chucking the deuces because he's not in a healthy space. His mental health is not good. He probably depressed living at your house, and he finally said, you know what, I can't take it anymore. Even though I got food, even though I got shelter over my head, I want more out of life than having my father rule over me like a drill sergeant. And of course, you're gonna take that and you're gonna spin it like this.
How he don't want to be down here because he said I'm being a drill sergeant, which is what I took as I'm putting too much pressure on him. Translation, I expected him to do shit.
I already know, man. I know kids is lazy. He don't want to put in no work. He don't want to take out the trash. He just want to be lazy. I know. That's what every modern black father says.
I expect him to do more than what the fuck he just felt like doing. Right? So that day he wanted to run his mouth, right? So I said, okay, you know what? I walked away. I put the phone down and walked the fuck away. And he still run his mouth. My wife's standing there listening. I'm not even on the phone. So I talked to him later when his ass calmed down. Right?
So your son bucked up on you. Instead of you listening to what your son had to say, instead of listening to what your son had to say when he was telling you his grievances and how he felt, instead of you sitting on that phone and listening to your son, you didn't respect your son enough to hear him out. You put the phone down and you walked away from your son. Is this what modern black fathers are doing these days? I know. This can't be. Hold on. This can't be yo YouTube daddy, black males. This can't be yo YouTube daddy when his son started running his mouth and telling them how he felt, uncut, unfiltered. Yo, YouTube daddy put the phone down, walked away, and let another woman listen to what his son had to say. Is this red pill game? Hey, is this red pill mocha cafe where we can't take pushback from our son? We gotta put the phone down and walk away? We don't want to listen to the hurtful truth no more?
So the next time I talked to him, I told him, I said, look, I said, I don't know what you're going through, but
wait a minute. You know what your son is going through. Did you care enough to ask your son what he's going through, what he feels like living in your house, what his goals and aspirations are, and how does he want to accomplish them? Did you have the decency to ask your son that, angry man? No, you didn't have the heart, the audacity, the decency to ask your son what's he going through, what does he want out of life? Because at the end of the day, you don't care what your son wants out of life. You just want your son to be successful so you could wear it as a badge of honor as a good father. Because if you cared about your son, it's just, instead of saying this bullshit right here, let me go ahead and rewind it.
So the next time I talked to him, I told him, I said, look, I said, I don't know what you're going through.
I don't know what you going through. Can you tell me what you going through? Instead of asking your son that, this is what you told your son, and this is what your raggedy ass got on YouTube and told thousands of strangers about your son.
But you could have walked your ass in that room like a grown man and told me, hey, Dad, I'm not really feeling the plan that you got for me. I want to go stay with Mom and try to figure it out on my own. I would have looked him straight in the face and said, okay. I told him. I said, I would have looked you straight in your face and said, okay. I said, you should have just been a man and came in there and told me instead of sneaking around, scurrying around like a little rat.
Is that what angry man called his own flesh and blood and then got on YouTube and told strangers that his son don't conduct himself like a grown man? In fact, he out here scurrying like a little rat, aka a punk, a coward, a bitch ass nigga. This is what modern black fathers. This is what it looked like. So when you see all these BMs out here committing crimes, knocking old ladies over the head, robbing banks, killing ops, this is why. Not only are they single mothers failing them, but if they do have a father, their black modern father thinks they're little rats. They're cowards. They're punks. But we gotta rewind this, because I wanted everybody to hear this part in full. But we gotta go back. We gotta rewind this, because we gotta break this down bar for bar. We got Gay Bases AM talk to his son like a YouTube panelist. We gotta break it down bar for bar.
You could have walked your ass in that room like a grown man.
Like a grown man. So we still think our son is a little boy. Okay, go ahead, give us more, angry man.
And told me, hey, Dad, I'm not really feeling the plan that you got for me. I want to go stay with Mom and try to figure it out on my own. I would have looked him straight in the face and said, okay.
That's a goddamn lie. You mean to tell me if your son would have walked in the room and told you, you know what, Dad, I'm not feeling your plan, I'm gonna go stay with Mom, you would just said, okay, no, not Mr. Shame, blame, and explain. Not Mr. Shame, blame, and explain. You would ask, what's wrong with the plan? Ask this question, ask that question, shame him this way, blame him this way, explain him this way. And the reason why we know you would have did that, angry man, is because we're on YouTube watching you call your son a little rat and full of thousands of people. And you know how we do up in the Grandmaster Troll. Oh no, I got Black YouTube. I got Chat Mafia behind me. You know what we gonna insist. This is your oldest son. Since this is your oldest son, angry man, you already know what me and the Chat Mafia gonna do. Since your oldest son is over the age of 18, we're gonna find his social media. We're gonna find his Facebook. We're gonna find his Instagram. And I'm gonna be sure to clip the part that you called your son a little rat, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure his family, I'm gonna make sure his friends, I'm gonna make sure his colleagues see that his father got on YouTube, a public platform, and called his son a little rat. Oh, Chat Mafia, we are gonna have fun with this one. We gonna have fun with this one. We got to have fun with this one. How does the angry man does something like that? How you come on YouTube, call your eldest son a little rat, and just think Black YouTube gonna let it go? Did you not listen to Jay-Z when he said nobody wins when the family feuds? And here you are on YouTube feuding with your son. Having a disagreement with your son instead of just working that out behind the scenes. You put it out there for the whole world to see. And you act like we don't know your son's name. Man. You call him Man. Your other son named Michael. We know your family. We know where to find your family. We know they social media. We know your baby mama's social media. We know your current girlfriend's social media. You don't think we gonna clip them and make your life difficult? All we gotta do is put angry man calls his son Manwan Dudley Jr. a little rat on YouTube. Send that out to everybody in the family. They're gonna click on it. They're gonna say, damn, you called this son a little rat. They're gonna have to click on it. The thumbnail gonna be lit. And then they're going to click on that video because they're not going to believe that Manwan Leonard Dudley called Manwan Leonard Dudley Jr. a little rat on YouTube. He couldn't have done that. They're going to click on that video. And when you see everybody for the 4th of July, because that's the next holiday, you're going to have to explain how you called your son a little rat, or you gonna be a coward and you gonna keep your muppet ass at home. And when it come Thanksgiving, when it come Christmas, when it come New Year's, or whatever holidays y'all celebrate, you gonna have to look your son in the eye and look your family in the eye that you called your son a little rat because he wanted to go live with his mom because he has his own goals and aspirations and he just wasn't able to get it at your household. You see, angry man, you make the Grandmaster Troll's job too damn easy. Too damn easy. So later on during the stream, I may create another video. I'm definitely gonna clip. You calling your son a little rat. I'm gonna send it to your wife or your girlfriend, your concubine. I'm gonna send it to your baby mama. I'm gonna send it to your 3 sons. I'm gonna send it to your father. I'm gonna send it to your sisters. I'm gonna send it to everybody associated with you. So when you see these folks on 4th of July or pick your favorite holiday, you're going to have to apologize to the gynocracy. You're going to have to apologize to your son. And if you think about not apologizing to your son and to the gynocracy, oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We are going to make your life a living hell. It's going to be difficult to move around the VA. It's going to be difficult to move around Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, if you think you a Sigma male now, angry man, oh, we gonna show you what it's like to be solo dolo forever. If you think you need some new YouTube sons now, oh, you won't have any real sons after we get done chopping and screwing that video. We gonna share it, we gonna talk about it. People gonna make replays about it. They gonna tag and send it and share it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You made a terrible mistake. You made a terrible mistake making this video. You should have just kept your mouth shut. Israel girl's daughter got hit up. You should just handle that in the Discord. Should have just made a Patreon stream, but you got on YouTube and you said this about your son, and the video is still up. The video, you might want to go take this down, and you just might want to go take this video down.
I told him. I said, I'd have looked you straight in your face and said, okay. I said, you should have just been a man and came in there and told me instead of sneaking around.
He should have been a man. He should have been a man. Isn't just what these Negroes claim BWs do about BMs? A real man does this, a real man does that, a real man does that. He was on the phone with you. He told you on the phone why he did what he did. You put the phone down and walked away. But now since he didn't do it face to face, he didn't give you the message the way you wanted the message. Now he not a real man no more. Is this what we do with angry man?
Okay. I told him. I said, I'd have looked you straight in your face and said, okay. I said, you should have just been a man and came in there and told me instead of sneaking around, scurrying around like a little rat.
You see the anger? You see the anger when he called his son a little rat? You see the anger when he called his son a little rat? He got close, he bent into the camera. Oh, yo, you a little angry there, angry man, huh? A little angry.
He said, okay. I said, you should have just been a man and came in there and told me instead of sneaking around, scurrying around like a little rat. Now this is what's really fucked up about it, because she knew that's what the fuck he was gonna do. His brothers knew. All of them knew.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they all knew. They all said, "Hey, man, I don't know how he probably been in the room with his brothers. Man, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, man. If I save up this much money, man, I'm gonna go ahead and move out and go live with mama and try and figure it out." You probably on the phone. Yeah, I think on this such and such day, that's gonna be a good day. Yes, they all knew, and they weren't gonna tell you because you was gonna try and prevent it. You was gonna try and shame, blame, and explain them out of the decisions that them boys want to make with their lives. So they all knew, and they all didn't tell you.
This is the type of shit that fathers have to go through. And I don't give a damn if you live in the house. What the children learn from their fathers is hard work, responsibility, accountability. What the children learn from their fathers are some of the greatest tools that they can use in life. You know what they learn from their mamas?
we gotta stop the show right there. We gotta stop the show right there. If you doing your job, angry man, and you teaching your sons responsibility, accountability, discipline, hard work, sacrifice, do the right thing, put in the extra. If you truly taught your son that and instill that in your son, he'll be able to go to his mama's house, clear his head, come up with a plan, and execute whatever plan he has in his life. Because you instill those core values in him. Now he has to go out in the world and he's got to slay the dragon. But what you're about to do is you're going to tell us the mother of your child who you decide to nut in, to skeet in. You're going to tell us the qualities of the bitch you chose to be the mother of your sons. And this is what you said about the mothers of your son right here. Go ahead and tell us.
To be liars, conniving, some of the greatest tools that they can use in life. You know what they learn from their mamas? To be liars, conniving, and fucking sneaky.
So wait a minute, angry man. Wait a minute, angry man. You chose to impregnate a woman who's lying, conniving, dishonest, disloyal, and sneaky? Whose fault is that you chose the wrong bitch to be the mother of your child too? Is that your son's fault? Is that your father's fault? Or is that your fault, angry man, that You chose the wrong woman to impregnate.
That's what they learn from their mamas. That's what they learn from their mamas. They learn to be liars. They learn to gaslight. They learn to manipulate. That's what they learn. And this is what's even worse. This is
No, it gets worse, Angry Man. Tell us more. Tell us more.
This is what's even worse. This is what's even this is the thing. This is what's so funny about this, right? What's so funny about it is when you are a father, especially if you've went through a lot of shit in life as a father, when they do this goofy shit, you know exactly how this shit is gonna play out. You know exactly how.
And this is how it usually plays out. So Angry Man's son is gonna go be a son husband. One or two, three things gonna happen. Man Wan's son is gonna get caught up in the wrong crowd. Him and his boys, they gonna either blow somebody's head off, rob somebody, hit somebody over the head, or they gonna get into it with another gang, and that gang is gonna blow his son's head off or knock him over the head. Or number three, he'll go out and be somebody, and his mother will get all the credit because his son reached his full potential under his mother's house, and that Negro Angry Man is going to be upset that he's not going to get none of the credit. The mother's gonna get all the praise and all the glory. He's gonna say, I couldn't have done it without my mother. I remember when I moved back in with my mother, she inspired me to do so much better, this, that, and the third. And Angry Man's gonna be over there sick because he's not gonna get none of the credit. But Angry Man, go ahead and explain to us. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
This shit is gonna play out. Exactly, Jack Spade. You see what he said? He said, stop telling your dad my business. Facts. But you know what's funny? This is what's so hilarious about the shit. What's so hilarious about the shit is the mother will tell the children, don't be telling your father my business, but the children will definitely tell the mother the father's business. You know why? Because the father don't never say no crazy shit like that. The father don't never say to the children, don't be telling your mama my business. You know why? Because the father ain't got no dumb shit going on that don't need to be told. Father ain't got nothing to hide. The father's just living his life, doing the shit he's supposed to do. He ain't got nothing to hide. So there's no point for the father to be like, yo, don't be telling my business and all, because he ain't got a bunch of stupid shit going on. But see, I'm gonna tell you what happens, right? This is what happens. What happens is the mothers do whatever they do without any foresight. They don't have no foresight. You you could just forget about foresight. They don't have no damn foresight. They just do what they're gonna do, which is usually some emotional bullshit fueled by selfishness, right? And what happens is after shit hits the fucking fan or shit doesn't go the way they thought it should go, they expect you to pick up the pieces. They expect you to pick up the pieces.
That's the way it go, Angry Man. I mean, you was dealt a hand better than most baby fathers. No, you had your struggles. Your sons was with their mama. Then you got hot on YouTube. People started hitting your Cash App, your Super Chat. You got memberships. Your name started to ring bells. You was able to pay off all that child support, get current, get your life and finances in order. Once you got your finances in order, your sons came to live with you. Instead of, being a father who was caring, who had foresight, who understand the gynocracy and how to move within the gynocracy, you decided to rule with an iron fist. And we know the gynocracy does not like an iron fist. And when your sons became old enough to make their own decisions, they made their own decisions. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna focus on an individual. We're gonna take a brief break and we're gonna focus in on the individual. We gotta focus in on your boy Israel Mills. Let's see if I can pull something up real quick. That's your boy Israel Mills. Now there's a lot of people out there who don't know who Israel Mills is, and I got to give them an introduction as to who Israel Mills is. Let's see if we can pull up his YouTube channel real quick. Okay, so we got his YouTube channel real quick. Let's see if I could. So what Negroes are trying to do, since they won't build, since they won't build essential businesses because they either don't have the know-how, too lazy, or just can't compete in the market. What Negroes gotta do to, create a business is they gotta create podcasts. That's right. They're in the podcast hustle right here. So we go to Israel Mills YouTube channel right here. You see him. He got all this stuff right here. He's on the Angry Man Toxic Adventures channel. So what they try and do, what the hustle is we seen just Pearly Things do it. We seen Anton Daniels do it with the Lapeef Network. What these Negroes try to do is the bigger channels, they have like these spin-off shows. We've seen it with the Fight Club, where different content creators go to the bigger YouTube channel, they create beef, they engage in all kind of nonsense, and then they try to create their own YouTube channels and try to bring traffic from those Fight Clubs, the Toxic Avengers, and bring it on to their own YouTube channel, to their own podcast, so they can make a little bit of money. This is the new hustle, because since we don't want to do business, since we don't want to get LLCs and open up a store or whatever it may be. We don't want to learn about computers. We don't want to work on cars. We don't want to do plumbing. We don't want to do electrician because it requires real work and you got to execute a plan. Since we don't want to do that, what we want to do is we want to talk on panels all day, talk about B-dubs, bring B-dubs on, antagonize them, do that and then create YouTube channels, get memberships, and get it out the mud that way. So this is your boy Israel Mills, and this is his YouTube channel. One of the old homeboys of Angry Man. I guess they grew up together. I have no idea. They claim that they're best friends. I think Israel Mills even gave Angry Man's nickname Valdez and has everybody thinking he's Mexican off of that nickname, even though he's not Mexican. But this is your boy Israel Mills. I'm looking at his YouTube channel. I'm not subscribed. I'm looking at his channel and I just don't. There's nothing in the title that makes me want to click on his channel right here. Some of these videos hit for a couple of thousand views, but mainly they're between 300 and 700 views right here. Obviously, they're trying to find a formula with the thumbnails and try and get this shit popping. But anyway, his daughter got deleted. I shouldn't say deleted. I believe she's still alive, but she was left in the alleyway in bad shape. I'm not sure if she was attacked, but it seemed like she was with a group of females, and those group of females didn't do right by her. So what we're gonna do, since we have a government name, and whenever we get a government name, and we don't know who you are, we don't know where you come from, we got to run a background check on you. We got to dox you. I'm sorry. I know your daughter's in the hospital fighting for her life. We all wishing her a speedy recovery, but we gotta run a background check because we gotta see how our sons and daughters keep getting fed to the gynocracy. We really just feed our sons and daughters to the wolves. We out here on YouTube having 3-hour panels, really not making any money, but we're hoping one day that all this struggle streaming could get us to the level of a Kevin Samuels or get us to a level of an Angry Man where we have hundreds of memberships and people hitting the cash apps and super chats, and we could, maintain a lifestyle on YouTube bashing the B-dubs. Because this is all it really is. This is all it really is. Can we have a podcast bashing B-dubs and can we get paid for it? But what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take the name of your boy Israel. His name is Jabril Israel Sharif. We're going to go ahead and put his name in the Kids Live Safe website, and we're going to see what we find real quick. We're going to see, does this man have a criminal history? Is he squeaky clean? We are definitely going to see who this man is. Maybe he has a record. Maybe he doesn't. So let's see. He's from Brooklyn, North Carolina. Let's see if we can find something on him. As that is searching, hold on, let me see. it's still searching. Nothing's really came up yet. Let's close that window real quick. Let's see, why doesn't this not want to work? Let's look him up in the state of New York. Okay, it's doing the same thing, searching. We'll go ahead and come back to it. Let's see, what do I want to do? While that's looking, let's see if I could drop the StreamYard link. Let's see if we can have a proper panel real quick. Because I know people want to come up and talk about black fathers and where we have gotten it wrong in the community. We're going to drop that right there. Let's go ahead and pin that to the top. Alright, the link has been dropped, so if you want to come up, you can come up. Let's take his name and put it in Google. Put it in Google, run a Google search on him. Oh, that's not Google. Let's see anything over here. Nope, nope. I'm gonna have to run his name through other stuff. Anybody want to come on the panel and talk about anything? Let's see, we got Sexy Red TV, Will Clinton, Jalen the Man of Storm. I haven't heard of Unfiltered Podcast. Mocha Cafe says my dad was being a drill sergeant. I just couldn't deal with it, so I called my mother. She sent for me to come back home. He was mad with me. But they've gotten past it. That's good. That's good. Mocha Cafe says I can tell Abe's really hurt behind all the ego. This is a humbling experience. The Sheikh said he's already speaking it into existence that his son will fail. I mean, so he's upset that his son was more comfortable talking to his mother than him. That's what it looks like. But I'm sure he'll call his son a son husband, though. Real Pain Diaz is AM is right on that, though. This is about his son's life choices. Real Gamer says jump on the panel. Looks like nobody wants to jump on the panel. Nobody wants to jump on the panel, and the search hasn't pulled up anything. Hold on, let me see. If I put my name in it, does anything pop up? Okay, it's doing the same thing when I put my name in it. Okay, let's log in. Maybe it's because I wasn't logged in. Let's see if we can get it logged in. Login successful. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Give us something. Okay, no search found. Let's see, let's see. Let's see, let's see. Let's try North Carolina. Oh, we got a couple. We got a couple. We got action. We got action. We've got action. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. What we got here. Okay. Okay. No heavy criminal record, but we do got something to look at. No business, no liens, no bankruptcies. Let's pull up the Jabril docket real quick. Let's pull up the docket before I know somebody jumped on streamer. I see you. I heard you come on, but we gotta go pull up the docket real quick on your boy Israel Mills. The doxing of Israel Mills. We have it. I know it's stuff your daughter is hurt real bad, and the next day you get doxed on YouTube. This is how we do it in Black YouTube. Should have canned Black YouTube. You should have got your real channel. You should have did a life vlog style and build your channel up that way. But you want to talk bad about B-dubs? Well, this is what you get right here. Now you getting doxed. So we know where you live, North Carolina. Okay, we're looking at your stuff right here. We looking at your stuff. No warrants, no arrests. Oh, we do got some charges though. We do got some charges though. We got a case number. We got speeding, so when you drive your car, you like the speed. Gave you a nice little misdemeanor for speeding. And then you got arraigned for DWLR. What is DWLR, right? Can somebody tell me what DWLR is? Let's see. DWLR. What does that mean? Driving while license is revoked. Okay. So your license got revoked. We had to pop you for that in 97. And then you got arraigned. What is this? Possession, display. What is this right here? What is this right? What does all this mean? Possession? Maybe you driving with a suspended license, it looks like, because your license was revoked, so you like to drive. Oh, then you got another one driving with license revoked. I know he's probably on that child support. They suspended your license and you driver's license was revoked. But let's see where you're living at. Let's see where your boy is living at. Let's see where your boy is living at. What kind of house is he living in? That's what the people want to know. People want to know how you living. You claim to be high value. Well, you gotta live in a high value household. You gotta see how you living. Are you in the projects? Or you got a nice house? Where are you living at? I don't want to Bing search. I want the Google. So, okay, is that it right there? Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. We done found your house on Zillow. Let's see if we can pull you up. Let's see if we can pull you up. Got you a nice house in the country. Eating and drinking, living good, we see, huh? Eating and drinking and living good, we see. Yeah, that's right. We are definitely going to pull up your house and see how you're living. Wasn't supposed to do that real quick. Let me back it up real quick. Hold on. Let me back it up real quick. You gotta see how these brothers is living. Okay, I'm gonna see. Can you bring up the Google map for me? We gotta bring up Google Maps. I don't want the big Google Maps. Okay. Street view real quick. We gotta bring up the Google Maps, see how you're living. We could walk all outside and around your house. See how you're living. Okay, not bad. Nice little small house in the country. We could walk all outside and around your house. All in your backyard. You got you a nice little trailer over there. Okay, you over there in the nice little cul-de-sac real quick. Okay, not bad, not bad. Can you turn it around for me? Can you turn it around for me? Can you turn it around for me? Boy, you gotta love Google Maps. They will literally put you outside your house on your street. See what kind of cars you're driving. This is what they do. Okay, Black Hawks' GMT said he moved to Alabama. Okay, they say he moved to Alabama. Let's see if we got any Alabama addresses out over here. Nah, everything's North Carolina. Everything's North Carolina. So if he moved, it's recent. So they don't have it yet. But I guess that's where he used to live. But that's the doxing of your boy Jabril. So we got another one of these Negroes that love to drive with suspended license. But I believe somebody came up here on StreamYard. See if they're still there. Oh, nope, they dropped out. So if you're on StreamYard, come back up. Little King reacts, says, yo, bro, what is going on and why is this happening? Somebody said driving without license registration. Okay, DWLR. So you driving unregistered, huh? That's the problem with a lot of these BMs. They love driving their cars without license, revoked, no registration. And they swear up and down that they getting pulled over because they driving while black. No, see what happens is the cop has a scan that scans the license plate. And when they scan your license plates, they know if the registration is current or if the register on their vehicle, if their license is suspended. So if you pop up on that with a overdue registration or a suspended license, they're going to pull you over. So if you don't pay your child support and your license is suspended, and you driving a car that's registered to that license, and the police get behind you, that license plate's gonna scan you, and you gonna get pulled over. Now, I know there was an argument made. There was an argument made that, you know, when dudes get put on child support and they can't pay their child support, dudes want to make their argument that, you know, their license shouldn't be suspended because having a suspended license prevents them from getting to and from their jobs, which prevents them to make money, which prevents them from paying the child support. That's why you gotta choose the right bitch who won't put you on child support. I'm gonna tell you what you Negroes gotta do. Because I know there's a lot of you Negroes, you want to be fathers, you want to be head of the household, you want to have families. Before you marry and you have children, you gotta stack up enough bread for a divorce. You gotta stack up enough bread for the alimony. You gotta stack up enough bread for the child support. GMT gotta be honest with you. I cannot guarantee that after you put a baby in that bitch, I can't guarantee you that she won't divorce you. I can't guarantee you that she's gonna run down to the child support office and put them people in your life. GMT, I cannot guarantee. All I can guarantee is you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure you have enough money to pay the child support, alimony, the divorce, all the lawyer fees and court costs. If you want custody of your kids and you want to fight for custody, you gotta have lawyer money to pay for that as well. So before you go off getting all these women pregnant, you gotta have money in your pocket, because that's just the reality of the situation that we are living in 2023. And GMT would be lying to you if I said you don't have to worry about this. All you gotta do is pick the right woman, because it's very hard to pick the right woman, because she could flip on you at a moment's notice. So you got to be prepared. You see a lot of these dudes, they was not prepared. They didn't have money to hire a lawyer to fight for custody. They didn't have enough money to pay for child support. They barely had enough money to pay their own rent, and a lot of dudes didn't make it. A lot of dudes got raked over the coals and they didn't make it. And then there were some dudes who barely made it. So I just want to make that clear for everybody. I just want to make that clear. Let's see, did anybody want to join the panel? But nobody wants to join the panel. I'm going to shut this one down. So I'm going to give it one more minute for people to join the panel. I'm going to shut this one down. But this is how we got here. Somebody's daughter, you know, gets hurt real bad. And now we on YouTube mad that our son is a son husband. And now we blaming BWs, talking about, what was the name of that stream? What was the name of that stream? Only the modern black fathers will understand this pain for Israel Mills 4183, and somehow it got spun back to black single mothers are sneaky, conniving, liars, and manipulative. Somehow we spun it back We took a situation about somebody's daughter getting attacked, and we found a way to spin it back to a black single mother. So with that said, looks like nobody wants to join the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one down. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night. It's still not even 10 o'clock yet. I want to thank everybody who came to watch and support. All the people who donated. It's your boy G&T. I have no idea when I go live again. Any other shows I want to talk about? Oh, I got to talk about your boy Jordan Neely, the homeless Michael Jackson impersonator who got deleted at a New York subway station because he couldn't get on the subway and act right. Definitely gotta do a stream on that. But y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Please make sure before you get a woman pregnant, you need to choose the